Hi everyone, it's Miss Long. Today we are going to be looking at multiplication strategies using the distributive property, and I changed this to expanded form. These are two strategies that we have discussed in class today and just a little extra practice. So starting off the sheet, we have the example that we did in class together. We have our expanded form strategy and we have the distributive property strategy. At the top of students' papers, I asked them to write the distributive property, and we have it going parenthesis times parenthesis plus parenthesis times parenthesis. For tonight, I just want them to practice using both strategies. Eventually, they'll get comfortable. I know a lot of students today felt more comfortable with expanded form, but it's like I talked with them in the past. It's good to have these in our toolbox like we do with adding and subtracting. And there will be questions on a test in the future that use these strategies. So students need to know how to use each strategy that we will be learning. Let's start off with expanded form first for this problem right here, 62 times 7. 62 times 7. We discussed in class that we need to write 62 in expanded form. That would be 60 plus 2 times 7. We can do our strategies that we have learned with zeros. So with 60 times 7, we can do 6 times 7 is 42. Add a 0 because of this 0 right here. And then we can do 2 times 7, which is 14. Now we can add these together. We can say 420 plus 14. 0 plus 4 is 4, 2 plus 1 is 3, 4 plus 0 is 4. So 62 times 7 equals 434. Now we're going to come over here and use the distributive property. We'll set up our equation first. Parenthesis times parenthesis plus parenthesis times parenthesis equals. I talked with students today about how it makes more sense to decompose or break apart our largest number into smaller pieces that we can work with. We can decompose 62 into 60 plus 2. That would be our first spots here. And then in our second spots in our distributive property goes our 7 because we left it the same. 60 times 7 is 420, plus 2 times 7 is 14, 420 plus 14, 434. We talked in class today about how we notice similarities in this part right here. It's the same thing, it's just written in a different way. In the standard form or in the expanded form here, you can see that it's broken down into 60 and 2, and in the distributive property, the same thing. We'll do one more together. We'll do 39 times 8. Let's start with the distributive property first. First things first is to set up your equation, parenthesis times parenthesis plus parenthesis times parenthesis equals. We're going to decompose our larger number here, which is 39. 39 can be decomposed into 30 plus 9. 30 plus 9. And our 8 is going to stay the same. Let's start with our first set of parentheses. We can do 30 times 8. We can cover that 0. 3 times 8 is 24. Add your 0 back. Plus 9 times 8, 72. And now add them together. 240 plus 72 is 312. Now in class today, we talked about how these numbers can switch spots because of the commutative property. We also talked about how these parentheses can also switch because of the commutative property. We need to just make sure that what is working together in the parentheses stays that way. So if you want to flip-flop the 8 and the 30, that's fine. Just make sure that each set of parentheses has that 8 because the 8 is the part that is staying the same. We looked at area models today, and that is the part that does not get partitioned when we do split them. That's why the 8 stays the same, and the 30 and the 9 are decomposed. We'll come over here and work with expanded form. 30 and 9 times 8 times 8. 30 times 8, cover the 0. 3 times 8 is 24, add your 0 back. 9 times 8 is 72. Add it together. 0 plus 2 is 2. 7 plus 4 is 11. Carry your 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. 39 times 8 is 312. If you have any questions, please let me know. There's 2 more here for students to complete, and after that, they are good to go.